Have you ever promised yourself that you were going to change? Maybe you wanted to start exercising or stop smoking. It likely went well for a little while, but then you found yourself reverting back to your old habits, eventually giving up altogether. Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to achieve what you want for yourself? I know I did. It didn't make sense to me. I wanted something that would change my life in a positive way, so why was it so hard? Why was my mind fighting me? I finally came across a mental model that revealed why this struggle exists and where it comes from. And if you want to change, I believe this information is critical to your success. This video will be the first of many that teaches you how your mind works, why you fight yourself, what it takes to change, and how to make change easier for yourself. Let me start by briefly explaining the mental model. What's important to know is that there are different parts of the mind. I'm not talking about actual physical parts, I'm speaking more conceptually. First is your thinking mind. It makes logical sense of things. It implements decisions. It's where your willpower resides. It's the part saying, tomorrow I'm going to change. Next is your automatic mind. The name comes from the fact that it's sort of like your autopilot. It automatically runs your reactions, your habits, your behaviors, and it's where your beliefs are held. This mind isn't very logical. It has the logic of about an 8 to 9-year-old child. The important thing is the difference in computing power between these two minds. Your automatic mind is much stronger in this regard. It is estimated that about 90% of your daily life is run by your automatic mind. Only about 10% is decided by your thinking mind. Learning to drive is a great example of this. Remember how much effort it took to drive in the beginning. Where does my foot go? Which pedal is which? Where should I be looking? None of those things felt natural, but they do now. And that's because through repetition, all those processes became automatic, controlled by the automatic mind. Your automatic mind can now drive the car, while your thinking mind holds conversations or listens to the radio. You may be asking, why is this important? Well, it's because this is where the fight is happening. Your automatic mind likes to keep things the same. It likes what's familiar because familiar feels predictable. Its main job is to keep you safe. It has built up certain beliefs about life. Right now, even if your life isn't ideal, your automatic mind knows what to expect. But if things change, uncertainty happens. And your automatic mind does not like uncertainty. Uncertainty is a threat to your safety. Things you've never experienced before feel like the biggest threat. A threat your automatic mind naturally defends against. So what does this mean in regard to change? It means that even if your life would be better if you lost 30 pounds, your automatic mind doesn't care. It's more concerned about how that change might threaten your sense of safety. Your extra weight feels comfortable to the automatic mind. It's your identity. If your identity changes, then your life changes. Changes that bring about unknowns. People may start looking at you more, and you're not used to that attention. You may have to give up treats or snacks that bring you comfort. And if you don't replace that comfort, you'll have to sit with the discomfort. These are just a few examples of the threats that your automatic mind may be worried about. So think back to that New Year's resolution you broke. You made the decision with your thinking mind. But your thinking mind is like having 10 soldiers on your side. Your automatic mind has 90. For a while, your 10 soldiers can fend off the larger army. But eventually, they get tired or distracted. And your automatic mind is waiting for that opportunity because it wants to get you back to the version of yourself that it's comfortable with. Before you know it, you've slipped back into your old habits. So how do you win this battle? I can tell you this, just focusing on increasing your discipline isn't the answer. I'm sure you've heard this many times before. You just have to want it enough. You're just weak. You need to push harder. So you push harder, fail, and blame yourself for not working hard enough. After a while, that shame prevents you from trying again because you've convinced yourself that you're weak. But that isn't the case. In order to succeed, you don't motivate the thinking mind to work harder. You help change the automatic mind to be more on your side. You recruit some of the soldiers from the other army. So instead of 10 soldiers fighting 90, maybe now it's 50 against 50. And as more soldiers join your side, the battle becomes easier and more manageable. Eventually, change begins to feel natural instead of forced. Okay, cut to the chase already, right? How do you change the automatic mind? I'll be discussing several powerful ways throughout this video series. But for now, understand that this is what every video on this channel is about. I've lived this change, and I've gathered concepts and ideas that have worked for me. I've worked with over 1,000 clients, and it's worked for them too. All it takes is for you to do your best to incorporate these concepts into your life until they become part of you. What I mean by become part of you is that they slowly change your automatic mind over time. Slow, consistent, positive changes every day allows your automatic mind to get used to the change as you gradually progress. In doing so, your automatic mind doesn't fight the change nearly as much. It may be uncomfortable in the beginning. That's because your automatic mind is like a child hanging on the edge of a pool because it doesn't believe it knows how to swim yet. Just like a child, you don't throw them into the deep end and hope they figure it out. Slowly, you teach the child that the water isn't a threat, that swimming can be fun and freeing. Inch by inch, you help the child to start letting go of the edge. First one hand, then eventually the other, swimming a little bit before grabbing the edge again, until one day the child lets go and keeps swimming. Eventually, it's hard to get the child out of the pool because they're having so much fun. The biggest mistake I made, and the one I'm trying to help you avoid, was believing that I simply needed more willpower. That if I increased my discipline, I would change. To be fair, that can work sometimes, but it's the hard way, and there's a much easier and more effective way. Now that I know about the automatic mind and the fears it's trying to protect me from, everything makes sense. I can slowly entice my automatic mind to try the change I'd like. Eventually it realizes change isn't as scary as it thought it would be. Slowly, what was unknown to the automatic mind now becomes known and familiar. The veil is pulled back and reveals the change as something positive. The automatic mind then not only allows the change, it begins to enjoy the change, just like my logical thinking mind knew it would. In the next video of this series, we will be exploring limiting beliefs and how yours may be working against you. In order to become the best version of yourself and achieve what you want, it's important to work on your limiting beliefs. You will learn how and when those beliefs were formed and how to change them so they better serve you. If you have any questions about this video, please post them in the comments and I'll do my best to provide clarity. I wish you success. Thank you for watching. Take care.